what's that? So I'm just leaving DeKalb County Juvenile Court. I had a client there for anger management. I'm an anger management specialist, but a long time ago, I served 10 years for armed robbery. So I was incarcerated from 1996 to 2006. Bam. So I've gotten a full pardon, went back to the classroom, got my certification for anger management. I've been doing anger management for some time now in DeKalb, Fulton, and Rockdale County. Trying to get some growth. But I was talking to one of the kids today, and after we touched on emotional intelligence and just the 5 elements, which never mind, not a part of the story, but we talked about emotional intelligence, and then we started talking about propaganda. And then I asked him, did he know? Fairly bright young kid. He's 17 years old, smart to death. So we started talking about propaganda. And then I just asked him to give me, like, what do you think propaganda is? He was like, yeah, it's something about it took place in 1940s. So I was like, you're talking about Hitler. So if you don't know, like, Hitler, this is back when, films and television were in its earlier stage. I don't even know if TV was in place then. And I want to say, I hope the year is right. But anyway, what was taking place was that Hitler would have these movies created that would pinpoint his race as being the superior race. Thus, the audience would, gravitate towards this, and they would eat this up, and this would become law because this was on the big screen. So then he asked me a question that stumbled me, man. It stumbled me real bad because he was like, well, how are you affected by propaganda? How are we affected? I said, we're going to get to that. But he's always asked me about examples of my life. So the first thing I thought about is I was in high school. I'm not going to say the school. And I'm not going to use any real names because I don't want to offend anybody or, bring anybody into what I got going on. So anyways, this movie came out. The name of the movie was Colors. So when Colors came out, to me, this was the most fascinating thing in the world. Like I was just baffled at the ability of so many people to have on the same color. So, and in the movie, they had this gang on this side and they had another gang on the other side. So then some kind of way, and mind you, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, so gangs hadn't really come here yet. So lo and behold, my cousin, whom I seen the movie with, taught me how to do a handshake for a gang. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Only because this is what I saw on the screen. And then maybe the music had an influence, but it was just like, this was it. So he taught me how to do the handshake. Then, my stupid butt, I see somebody doing the handshake. I see a couple of guys doing the handshake. So I say, I know that handshake. I go up, I try to do the handshake. I do the handshake. And then the dude was like, well, where your flag at? So then I got a rag. Mind you, these are very dangerous territories that I'm dipping in. He showed me how to fold a rag, and then I felt like I was a part of something. I felt like I was gang. In fact, I was just dumb. So then this guy from California comes to the school, and he a real gang member. And when he came, it was like everybody. This dude had a Jerry curl. He had on the Dickies. He had on the Chucks. Like, this dude was a gang member. He was like the movie Colors gang. Like, he was a real gang member. Like, it was wild. But everybody kind of flocked to him because he was Instagram. He was TikTok. He was that guy. So he was like, listen, that gang is no more. When he came and he was changing stuff. He was like, that gang is not a gang no more. If you're going to be in a gang over here, it's going to be this gang. So in this gang, this was a real gang. So you had to get jumped in. So my stupid butt, I'm faking the funk so hard. I done fake myself and get into the game for real. So went in the bathroom. I done got beat up. Showed me a whole bunch of stuff. Lo and behold, I think they said, yeah, you got to come to a meeting. So I go to the meeting. And in the meeting, the guy was like, yeah, you got to go get us 2 guns. And then at the time, I was just like, man, you don't see my shoes. You don't see these old. You don't see my clothes. Like, I'm poor. Where am I supposed to get 2 guns from? I'm supposed to go steal 2. Oh, I'm supposed to go steal 2 guns. So I was like, all right. So I was like, well, I don't know how to steal no gun for myself. I don't know where I'm going to find 2 guns for y'all. I was like, so let me stay away from that for a little bit. But that's not how it went. And at the time, again, I'm not going to say any names, but it was a dude that was in that neighborhood that was really in the gang. And I guess he had been violated and they killed him. He was dead. So I had a certain color polo shirt. And at the time, I only had about 2 stylish shirts. And they told me I couldn't wear that shirt because of the color. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know, this gang thing, I don't think I'm cut out for this. Like, I saw the movie and I see, but it's not fun. And I'm not even like hardcore in it. I'm just like weekend thug, weekend thug in it. So I was like, no. So then they was like, we having another meeting. I was like, my spider sense then went. I was like, that sounds like an ass whipping. So I didn't go to the meeting. So they told me again. So next thing you know, I'm in the bathroom. And I'm going to get on my bus. Well, it's time to get on the buses. I go to the bathroom. No, I'm at the locker by the bathroom. And the same people who beat me in, beat me out. And they beat me bad. I'm talking about, and then back in the day, I had like, they used to sell like these gold caps. At the gas station, they used to sell gold caps. So I had a gold cap in my mouth. And the whole nother story, I had a chipped tooth. I had a chipped tooth up under the cap. So they beat me so bad, they knocked the $10 or $15 gold cap out my mouth. It was on the floor. I'm sitting there looking crazy because they put hands on me. And then I didn't have no more issues with that, man. But it could have been so much more serious. Like, I could have got killed. And that propaganda, or what I am detailing to be propaganda, man, almost cost me my life. But I was just I thought it was cool to do. And so this is part 1. I'm going to come back with part 2 of how propaganda also affected my life. And then I don't know if I'm using that term right because, well, yeah, propaganda does influence people. It does give people a different perspective, and it singles in on people, and it attempts to alter their mind to the point where they kind of shift their beliefs. So I'll be back with a part 2 of how propaganda affected my life.